Alright, hello, hello. It's been a while. Apologize for the shuttering of the camera. I'm just trying to get this VR thing sorted out. If at any point it's too disorienting or anything like that, let me know. And we can definitely switch back to just the regular point of view. Having said that, it's much easier to play this game, DCS, with VR, I've found. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that regard. Alright, so the first thing I think we're going to do here is just practice, just kind of warm up flying a little bit here. I have been working with DCS for a little bit, so I'm not completely new to it. But I think what we're going to do here is just do a cold start to begin with off a carrier, do a couple of circuits, and then we'll maybe do some dogfighting a little bit later on. So we'll start off with that. Check the stream here. Oh yeah, I apologize for the distortion as well as it's loading. It does some weird stuff sometimes with DCS while it's loading here. So there we go. Let's load this up. Should appear okay in game. I did test this and it doesn't appear to stutter too much, at least not in the recording. But we'll see what happens here. So yeah, for anyone that's not familiar with me, I have been streaming, well, I haven't been streaming lately, last couple of years, but I did stream some Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous, World of Warships, stuff like that. A few years ago, got busy with life, as happens, kids, wife, job, that kind of thing. And haven't really done much streaming, if any streaming lately, but looking to get back into it for at least on a casual basis. For those of you that don't know, I am an airline pilot in real life. I live up in Canada, in Alberta. Work for one of the majors. I'm not going to say too much more than that, but I am by no means a fighter pilot, so yeah. Bear with me on that one. I'm going to try to use the Oculus Touch controllers here today. I've been having moderate success with them. I did enable the mouse control as well, but it doesn't seem to be working within the VR headset here, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Apologies as well if you do happen to type in chat. I'm going to do my best to read that as much as I can, but of course inside the VR headset I haven't found a way to actually put that in here yet, so I'm going to have to periodically kind of like lift the mask off and check chat. I'll try not to forget, but do forgive me. Okay, so we're here aboard the USS Stennis. I'm sure most of you that play DCS are familiar with this ship. This is kind of the generic carrier they have in the game right now. There is a super carrier module coming out soon, which I'm thinking of picking up. I don't know. We'll see what the reviews are like. It looks pretty sweet in the advertising, but then of course that's the job of advertising, is to do that. So, all right, let's see if we can get this thing fired up. So first thing we're gonna do is turn the. Nope, that's not it. First switch was the wrong way. Turn the battery on. Bring power to the systems here. We're going to do a fire test, and again, I did read some guides on how to fly this thing, but I'm not using any kind of checklists or anything like that, so if I do forget or I don't do it in the right order, if any of you are actually fighter pilots, I apologize. Low expectations. So, let's test the fire systems here. Come on. Oh, really?
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right.
Okay, let me let that go, wait for a few seconds. I think maybe I might have to end up using the mouse for the most part. We'll see. I don't know. The viewpoint is from my right eye as well, so it's going to be a little bit off-center from what I'm actually seeing in the headset. I didn't manage to find a way around that. If anyone knows, do feel free to let me know. That would be some valuable information. I don't think it's possible, though, without some post-processing to undistort any image that you might get. So, do the other loop here.
Engine fire left. Engine
Sound
fire
balance
left.
as well, let me know.
Engine
it does seem
fire
kind of
right.
quiet to me in the game right now.
Engine fire right.
But then,
APU
I don't know how it
fire.
sounds to you guys, so
APU fire.
I can always adjust the sound
Bleed
levels.
air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right.
Alright. Now we fire up the APU. APU, auxiliary power unit, get some generator power on this thing. There's the green light. And then, might seem counterintuitive, but from what I've been able to tell, pretty well straight after you fire up the APU, you get an engine going here. So let's see if we can do that. Engine crank. I think it's this way for number 2 first. Here we go. Looking down here at the engine instruments, right side, waiting for, I'm told 25%. Again, this is all hearsay from the manuals. Here it winding up there. It's 25, fuel on. Stable. Gen's online, the amber light's out over there.
Roll left, roll left.
System goes through its little check stuff.
Flight control.
We'll see if we can
Flight control.
fire up our screens here. Brightness on the HUD and on the MPCD, AMPCD. There we go. We're going to rotate the bleed air control all the way through 360 degrees back to norm. That resets the bleeds from when the fire test happened. Deedle deedle. Alrighty. Set the radar to standby. And the INS to CV to align off the carrier here. Then we're going to start the other one. Okay, I probably should have started both engines before I cycled the bleeds. We'll just have to watch that left bleed off warning there. 25, fuel on. There we go. Okay, the bleed issue solved itself. So we just have wing unlock, which is normal FCS, which we're going to test that in a second. Canopy, flaps off, ailerons off. So it needs a flight control reset, but I think we'll do the bit test first. Alright, so in no particular order. So that little, I don't even know what that switch is called actually. It's hard to see. FCS bit, I think, over there. I've got a hotkey map to that, so I can hold that up and go to the bit test at the same time. So I'll hold the switch. Go to FCS. Hopefully it runs through its little, it says in test. We can watch the controls there moving. Leading edge flaps. And I think it, yeah, was the elevators. And there we go. Good to go. I think that's a stall warning test. Okay, so the FCS is good. We're going to go ahead and hit the resets. That should get rid of the warnings there. Now we just have wing unlock and canopy. That's the APU shutting itself down. I probably could have done that myself, but whatever. Use the auto rate. Okay, looks like we got less than 1 there for the INS, so that should be good. Now I always get this wrong. I think blue is good to go over to nav. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, okay, good. Okay. Now, this menu, let's see here. What do we want up here? I think typically you're going to have flight controls on one side, FCS on one side, and HSI on the other for takeoff, I want to say. Again, I'm not a fighter pilot, so don't take my words for it, or my word for it. If this was a 737, it'd be a different story, but it's not. So, yeah, HSI, and we just got wing unlock and canopy, reset the master caution there, restack it. There we go. Okay, so, not having really any clue, let's turn the radar to operational here, how to fly this thing. Beyond what I've managed to figure out from just messing around with it for the last few days. Reset the takeoff trim, there we go. Oh yeah, OBOGs to on. Sensors are in an interesting place here for the touch, kind of losing track. Okay, OBOGs on. Nothing over there really needs to be adjusted. APU's already off. Did the reset on the FCS, rudder trim. Lights, I'm not, well, I wasn't going to worry about lights, but let's just see if I can grab this and pull it around. Come on. I really wish there was a way to turn off the vibration on the touch controllers. Okay, we might have to just leave that. Position lights, formation lights. Now, first thing I'm going to do when we take off, I think, is send these guys back to base, my wingmen here. Don't really know why you have wingmen in a carrier practice mission, but you do, so. Launch bar can stay where it is for now. Obviously park brake, we're not ready yet, so that's fine. Do a quick scan over here. Wing unlocking canopy. I guess may as well close the canopy. I don't know when real-life fighter pilots actually close this thing, but let's just do that right now. There we go. Alright. Puts that out. The stab trim, somewhere in the vicinity of 17 or so, I'm told, based on our weight. We got nothing on the airplane right now, so that might even be a little much, I don't know, but I'd rather overpitch than underpitch, so. Alright. And thank you for the follow, Space Monkey 037. Hi, good to see you. I do have the sound for the follows in my headset, so hopefully I'll be able to catch those. What the heck, we'll turn the HMD on, see if we can figure out how that works. I haven't really messed around too much with that. It doesn't display particularly well in the Rift. It's pretty fuzzy. I don't know if you guys can even see it there, but... Oh, you guys can see it. I realize why it's fuzzy now, because it's only in my right eye. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, well, regardless, hopefully that's not going to be too distracting for me. Okay, so all this stuff here. So IFF, we'll turn that on. Oops, that's not even the on-off. There we go. On. I'm not going to need the TACAN, I don't think, because I actually have... it's a VFR day, visual day, and I can see the carrier. So all I'm going to use, I think, is the ILS for this. Channel 11, enter, and throw that on. Data link, probably not going to need it, but whoops, but what the heck, I'll turn it on. And that should be good. Beacon. Oh yeah, by the way, so I did mention before, I'm not sure if you were here already, but I'll mention it again. I can't see the chat inside my VR headset here, so if you do say something, just give me a minute. I'll try to forget. I'll try to forget. No, I'll try to remember to check it periodically. So I'm not going to worry about ECM, chaff, or flare. There's no enemies in this mission. Same thing with the RWR. It's just going to be distracting if there are any hits on it, so I'll leave it off. No threats that I know of. At least if I don't run into a wingman. That's probably the biggest threat here. Okay, so I think we're pretty much ready to taxi. I'm not going to use the A-18C on the carrier here for takeoff because I found that it just spams you with messages once you get airborne. I have no idea why, but it's like, you know, hold position. I'm already airborne, I can't. I don't really know what that's about, but I will use it for landing once we get off the deck here in order to get them to turn the lights on and the meatball and everything in the ILS, so, or ICLS, I should say. Carrier version. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So let's just turn the parking brake off here. There we go. Now this is the part that always gets me because I've had some issues with the nose wheel steering on this thing. I got the keystroke map to set it to high, but it doesn't seem to like low speed. It's probably true of the real Hornet too, I'm sure, but we'll just see what happens here. Throttle up a bit. Oh! And that is why we need to use checklists, because I forgot that the chocks are still in. So I'm going to have to get them to take those out. Wheel chocks. Remove.
Remove the wheel chocks.
There we go.
Copy.
Make it show on both eyes in the settings, a lot more comfortable, although the real HMD is... Oh, the real HMD is right eye only, hey? Okay, well, that's good to know. We'll leave it as realistic, it's fine. Okay, so wheel chocks are out. The deedle's probably just for the wing unlock. I might have gone a little too far on the throttles there. So... Whoa, okay. Well, this is awkward. We are in the wing of my wingman there. There we go. Outside view. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let's do this. Let's go Alt-apostrophe loadout. I don't need aim 9s, I guess, but they're on there anyway. Whatever, doesn't matter. What I really wanted to do is do this. There we go.
Request refueling.
There we go.
Request rearming.
There we go. The nice Canadian RCAF demo paint for the Hornet. I like the tail. That looks really cool. I realize this Hornet would never be in combat. It's the demo model, but or at least not in this paint. But that's fine. I don't really care about that. So I guess I should probably wait for him to say rearming complete, and then we'll get going. Unless he's not going to say it because I didn't actually change the loadout. Alright, let's just go. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Throttle up a bit. There we go.
What are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing? I've never actually seen him do that before. I guess I taxied away while he was still rearming me. Whoops. Oh well. Okay, wheel brakes. Oh, that worked out pretty well. Get rid of the A-18C menu. Okay, now here's the part where this always messes up. Trying to put the dang... Oh, look at that. It worked first try. I don't know why, but in VR, it's really hard to get that launch bar switch down. It always flips back and forth a bunch of times before it actually goes down. So, first try though, that's good. I guess we'll turn the landing lights on, why not? There we go. Carrier hook, anti-skid off, that's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, let's arm the seat, there we go. Hopefully won't need it, but you never know. We'll spread our wings. If I can figure out how. There we go. Spread and in. There they go. Okay. No caution warning lights. Let's hook up to the launch bar. Basically there already. And then let's flip outside here for a second. Take a look. There we go. All hooked up. And then we go flip back on the launch bar there so that once we get airborne it automatically retracts. And we should be good. Now, need to turn off labels. Labels are not okay. Okay, fair enough. Alt F, I think that's Alt F10, is it not? Or Control F10? Shift F10, something? There we go, Shift F10. That's fair, yeah. It's kind of cheating, I suppose, if you can see what everything is when you get close up. Okay. So trim's good. Got everything set up, I think. Should be good to go. Let's do this. Disclaimer, this is not going to be anything resembling a realistic Case 1 carrier landing circuit procedure, whatever you want to call it, closed for the carrier. This is simply me flying. I'm trying to at least get the on-speed cue, handle that properly with power and pitch. But as far as the altitudes, like 600, 800, I'll do my best, no guarantees. Alright, here we go. Off the deck, gear up. Flaps up, might as well. Out of burner. And there we go. Let's go up to like 800 feet. Slow down so we can get the gear and flaps back out. And start trimming back. That HMD seems to be a little bit distracting when you're not actually in combat. I don't know if I really need that. That's a really wide circuit. Oops. Alright, gear, flaps, and hook. Here we go. Get him to turn everything on. We'll go ATC, Stennis, inbound.
Marshall, 307. Marking mobs 29342. Angels 1.0. Holding hands with 301. Low state 12.7.
No, I won't be doing that. Although 167 is fairly close, I think, to a downwind heading here. Yeah, up to 1,000 feet,
Tower
see?
307.
Not paying
Overhead
attention.
Angels 1.0. Holding hands with 301.
C menu, so I don't
Low
have something
state
unfortunate with it.
12.6.
Alright, we'll turn in. Trim it up for on speed.
307. Roger. BRC 6. Signal is Charlie.
That's close enough, I suppose.
307.
Open. Oh, you know what I forgot to do here? I forgot to select it. Whoa! I grabbed the stick by mistake. I do that from time to time. Grab the stick with the little hand. There we go. Forgot to turn the ILS on. That would help. Alright, gear hook, flaps. We're low. Let's bring it up here. Power. Not too much power though. We'll just hold it there until we get back to the center line. Now I know you're supposed to, when you get close enough to see the meatball, you're supposed to ignore the ICLS from that point and just follow the meatball. The resolution in VR I found is, at least for me, is not really sufficient to actually see the meatball properly. So I'm going to stay on the ICLS till I get really close here. Flight path vector is helpful. Oh, power. There we go. Small corrections, just like real airplanes. Of course, I've never flown a real F-18, but even in the Boeing, it's small corrections, usually. Okay, here we go. I feel high. Yeah, way too high. Alright. Try again. Try again. I love the shadows in this game. It's gorgeous. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of chat. Sorry, man. I'll read that in a second here. Come around. Used to fly the Hornet. Launch bar just got harder and harder to press. I just gave up and went without the catapult. Went without the catapult, eh? That's interesting. I guess it'll fly like that? I wouldn't have thought he'd make it off the deck, but I guess so. Huh. Fly the Viper, leave the helmet-mounted queuing system off. If not in combat area, meatball's impossible to see in DPS, or in DCS, never bothered using it. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, let's turn the HMD off. That's fair. It's just distracting. Okay. Whoa! Power. You look away from this thing for 1 second, and that happens. Alright, let's try a bit of a closer in base this time. Don't need to be 5 miles out on final. I'm not really sure what a real distance final would look like in a Hornet. I guess it depends on the which case landing you're doing, but I don't know if anyone actually ever does circuits on a carrier. I'd imagine not. But hey, mess around, hey? Alright. Start following that ICLS as it gets away from us down there. Turn too tight again. Bring it back. I'm curious with the Viper, because I've been considering actually buying that one as well. Come here, you little. Oops. Stand by. Okay. More or less stable. I've been curious with the Viper whether its engine responds faster than the Hornet. The Hornet seems like it lags quite a bit, especially on approaches like this. Really. Nope, missed again. Alright, I'll try maybe aiming the Q flight path vector there a little bit lower on the deck. I've been aiming it pretty much at the crotch of the ship, maybe a little bit in front of that, but I'll see if I can maybe aim it along the level of the inboard cat there. See if that works. I would fail this qual ride so fast. But you've probably got a lot more experience on the Hornet than I do when you do this for real. Meatballs. Okay, never mind. What HOTAS? It's the X52. Believe it or not, I've had it for years, and I just haven't really been able to justify getting a new one. I love the look of the Warthog, of course, but it's a little out of my price range for the moment, especially given the fact that I'm probably going to be out of a job here. in the next couple of months, at least temporarily, because of the old coronavirus. But we'll see. You never know. The Viper does look fun to dogfight with, though. I've seen Mover using it there. I'm going to do some dogfighting, I think, later on once I'm done with this flight exercise. And I found, like, with the Hornet, it really... Whoops. It really... oh, crap, where am I going? That was a really... really wide turn. I'll see if I can get it back. Obviously, this would be a wave off in real life, but let's see if I can get it back. I found the Hornet in dogfighting is really, like, the floor falls out in those tight turns. You get really low on the airspeed. It doesn't seem to have a lot of power to keep that airspeed in there. High alpha fighter, though, I suppose, so you can fly slower than most of your opponents. Okay, I think I may have it back here. Still a little high, though. Aim it right at the deck. Third time's a charm. If I don't fly into the stern of the ship. Oh, and there we go. I don't know what wire that was, but we're down. Okay. Cool. I'm going to wait for it to kind of fling me back here a little bit, and then bring the hook up. Check chat. I think the Hornet and the Viper is pretty similar with the engines. I'd say the Viper might be a little worse. Really, a little worse. Okay, well. Okay, let's make sure I don't smoke one of these guys. I should try taking off without the cat. That's got me intrigued now. I've never actually tried to do that. You're saying, like, you could basically position yourself as if you're going to hook up to the cat like this and then just go? Wow, man, gutsy. Alright, launch bar. Yeah, here we go, see? Click, 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 click. There we go. Alright. Launch bar, we'll hook it up. Most obliging of you. I'm not going to do that, though. One more launch and recovery, and then I think we'll transition into something more interesting. Just kind of trying to get this warmed up here. Mover, yeah, he can't really do much in DCS because he has a high chance of leaking classified stuff. Yeah. I can imagine how tough that must be. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stab trim. Let's put that up there a little bit. 15, I don't know, 16, something like that. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine how difficult that would be. Stuff he just takes for granted, and suddenly he says it on YouTube and he's thrown in jail. Not good. Whee! Alright, I'm going to leave the gear and flaps out just because I know you wouldn't do that in real life, but easier that way. Put the hook back down. One more recovery, and then I think we'll maybe go do some, I don't know, some bombing maybe? Bombing then dogfighting? You can watch me. I'm not too bad at CCIP bombing, but I have yet to really figure out the best way to go about lasing, smart bombing. I'll stick with my old CCIP, actually. Alright, do I gotta request landing again now that I've actually landed and taken off? Let's see. Inbound, yeah.
Marshall, 307. Marking moms, 258.
High on the altitude.
Angels, 1.1. Holding hands with 301. Low state, 9.6.
Whoa. Power. Low state 9.6, eh? Launch bar so annoying. Use forever to get it down, then when you finally do it, your finger's already pressed again. CCIP. CCRP, yeah. With CCRP, though, you have to actually designate a target, do you not? Again, I don't know. I don't know much about the Hornet, so. But my understanding was with CCRP, you had to actually designate a target, either a waypoint or do a target pass to select it with your HUD. I know you can program it in the UFC, but I haven't really dabbled too much with how to do that. If you're talking auto bombing, yeah, I've tried that a few times just with waypoint designate, but without the elevation, stuff like that, and actual coordinates, I haven't found it to be terribly accurate. Probably learned something tonight. down, gear down, flaps down. I think probably the most highly entertaining mover YouTube movie that, or you know, video that I've seen was his dogfight with Gonky. That was pretty hilarious. Okay. Here's the center line, a little high. Also a little fast. Slow down here. Let the fly-by-wire system do its thing. I'm gonna aim, maybe if I put the flight path vector kind of like right on the 4-wire. See what happens. A little to the side, but too late now. And boom. Ah, I missed it. Alright. Probably my alpha wasn't high enough. Too flat with the hook. Use the targeting pod, drop a laser-guided bomb. Super satisfying to kill things when you see the bomb flying to kill the target. Yeah, I can imagine. I did test out you're talking about the lightning pod, right? I did test out the lightning pod at one point. The hardest part for me was actually finding the dang target on the screen there. I was probably trying to do it from too close in or something. But it took me forever. Once I found it, of course, it's fairly easy. Although I was following a guide when I was doing it, like on my phone, so I'm not sure how successful I'll be without that, but we can find out. It's not too hard to do. Should do it on a multiplayer server, though. I'll try that. Alright, coming around. This time I'm going to try not to blow through final while I'm not paying attention. Start coming down here. Yep, too sharp a turn. I feel like this would probably be easier in real life just because it's not, you know, 1080 resolution. And screen door effect and all that. Okay, get back on slope. Power up a little bit. Whoa, too much, too much. Man, this thing is sensitive. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Aim a little, maybe like mid runway. See what happens. Nope, that's gonna be a miss. Yeah, hit the deck too early. Oh, hey, I got one. Which wire was that? I don't know. I wish you could tell. I wish the LSO would tell you. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get out of here. We'll go to quit. We'll do some bombing. Let's see, cancel. We'll do multiplayer. Why not? Which one was I using? Free flight, practice targets. Yeah, do that one. I got some F-18s left. Yep. Okay, cool. The one thing I don't like about I played on this server a little bit yesterday, and one thing I don't like is that it starts you cold and dark. I think it was probably the aircraft that I picked that does that. I'm gonna see if I can find one that starts you running. I don't need to be starting up a fresh Hornet every time. Alright, so I usually put the flight path marker on the ball line, or next to the ball. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. TGP is hard to get going in, but extremely fun when you get it working and you download the open beta. That's where everyone... Oh, the download... You mean the open beta version of DCS? I guess everyone plays that, huh? I only downloaded DCS like last week, so... I've only been doing this for about a week and a half, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if the standard is the release version of the open beta. Okay, so F-18 hot, I think, is what I want. Can't do a hot bomber on the carrier, but that's okay. We'll do ground ops here. Go in here, briefing. So what do we... Okay, so Basically, there's, from what I understand this server, there's a waypoint network with targets based on your role that you pick. So for bombers, there's a bunch of targets. There's attack laser code, tanker. I haven't even tried AAR yet. So maybe I'll have to get into that later. That seems like a lot to bite off. It seems like that might be the hardest part of this game. Okay, cool. So we're in a hot hornet. That's good. I have never, I don't think, ever been to this airfield. So what am I looking at? That looks like a runway. Okay, so those guys are taking off. Okay. Looks like the runway's nice and close. Let's see what kind of weapons we have on here. Alright, I'll go back to my typical livery. I'll keep the AIM-9s, whatever. Bombs, let's see. So, again, I am not a military guy. I am a civilian pilot, so I have no idea what any of these bombs really... I mean, I know the Mark 84s and the Mark 82s, the dumb bombs, but beyond that, I don't know what a lot of these things are, so... let's see. I know what an AGM-65 is. Maverick missiles. Let's take a couple of those. 65F. I don't know. What would you suggest there, Monkey? Yes, all the good servers are in open beta. You play on the stable version. Okay, well, I'll have to go open beta then maybe after this. GBU-12 is a laser-guided Mark 82. Okay, well, let's take a couple of those. Bombs, GBU-12. Okay. Take a couple GBU-12s. I'm going to take a bag in the middle. I'm trying all of this fighter pilot jargon that I've learned from Mover. Apologies if I misuse any of it. Air-to-air, I don't think I need any. Well, I've got the AIM-9s. Let's make them AIM-9Xs just for fun. Just in case we get in trouble. I know there's some air-to-air targets around here too, so... Alright, that looks good enough. 2 Mavericks and 2 GBU-12s.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Alright.
Copy.
You need, oh, lightning pod, you're right. Ha, I forgot the lightning pod. Okay, I'll have to do that.
Refueling complete.
AR, easiest formation flying with the tanker. Think of it like drawing compared to doing math. Math is systems, drawing is formation. Easy to draw, but hard to
Flight
master it.
controls.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Flight controls.
That's fair. Yeah, I forgot the targeting pod. Okay, let's fix that. I don't know. Can you put one? No, you can't put anything there. Let's put it here. Can't put it there. You put it here? Why is there no option for... What's that? TCTS pod? I have no idea. I'm looking for lightning. There we go. It's got to go in the middle. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. So let's put... let's forget about the Mark 84s then. Or, sorry. Those are... no, hang on. What did I do here? Those are... Maverick? What happened here? I thought that's a fuel tank. Why do I suddenly have a fuel tank on here? Okay, whatever. These need to be... I want to try out the Maverick, because I fiddled around with it the other day. Couldn't really make it work too well, probably because of my own failure. But I'll do that, and then the GBU-12s here. Okay. So Lightning, GBU-12s, Mavericks. I don't have a tank, and I can't get one unless I want to give up, I guess, one of these. Am I going to need a tank? Probably not. Let's just go with this.
Request rearming.
Okay.
Copy.
Station 4, yeah, okay. TTCS is a recording pod used for recording flight data, does nothing in DCS. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so I think that's the lightning pod on there. But I missed if he called rearming complete or not. I'll just give it a second. In the meantime, let's go in here. I know you'd probably have a HUD backup, but I'm gonna put well, here, you know what? Let's do this. Stores.
Rearming complete.
There we go. Rearming complete. Mavericks. What am I doing? I don't think I have to do much with them. These, oh, here we go. Mechanical fuse. Nose. Auto mode, yeah, we can do that. Oh, wait, unless, is that, so we got auto. I actually don't know what, is that FD? Yeah, I don't know what FD is. CCIP and manual. So I'm guessing we want auto. Code, yeah, that's for the laser. And I forget what it was, so let me just double check. Laser frequency, well, I guess it's, we have our own lightning pod, so we can program it to whatever we want, but we'll just keep it standard, 1688. So code 1688, enter. Code, oh, there we go, 1688. Enter. Where does it show that? Oh, I don't know, maybe I have to be in the air. I'm probably missing a whole bunch of stuff in chat, but if you want to, I can help you get the basics of the TGP. Haven't touched the Hornet since last summer, but might still know some tricks. Okay, well, yeah. If you have any particular tricks, do let me know. I suspect I'll probably miss the ability to active pause this in multiplayer, of course, but we'll see what happens. Now we have to set... Oh, that's where it is. Okay, so 1688 right there, and then we got to set this one separately, so we'll go code... 1688 still there, enter, code. Nope, did that backwards, 1688. Man, the resolution in this headset is terrible. Okay, that is showing 1688. I hope it looks better than this to you guys, because I'm streaming it in 1080, just because that's what the Oculus mirror app there is set to, but I can hardly read a thing on these little screens in here. And then I think I have to set this to nose as well. Or maybe it doesn't have a mechanical fuse if it's a laser bomb. Looks like it doesn't. Let's see if I can do electronic fuse. I assume... let's go... Delay 1, I think, is like it's a delay after it hits, right? I don't know. I'll mess with this on the way there. I fly in VR, I'm used to it. Okay. Can we perhaps go into Discord or something impossible to write fast enough? We could. Just let me think about this for a second. Yes, I don't have a server that I don't think I have a server we can use, but we could do like a direct voice or something. My Discord is just, whoops, I copied it by mistake. My Discord is just Phoenix Imperium, I believe. To be honest, I haven't used it for a while. Give me a second. That's not what I want. How do I actually see? Oh, you know what? It's because it doesn't want me to show it on screen on stream. That's why. Let's disable that. Hopefully that'll let me. You guys can't see this anyway. Yeah, there we go. Phoenix_Imperium hashtag 0532 is my Discord, and I can say that because there's only 2 viewers in this channel. There we go. Okay. Now, so that should do it for that. I'll fiddle with that in the air. 10,000 pounds of fuel should give us a little bit of time anyway. I'm gonna go SA. Actually, no, we're gonna go. Oh, come on. Oh, well that's special. I think my handset just died. Huh. Probably because it's vibrating so dang much that it can't hold a charge. Okay, hopefully the other one will... That's going to be really annoying, though, having that hand right there. How can I fix that? Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's just leave that alone. Resume. Okay. What happened here? Sorry, guys. Something has gone wrong. 1 second. Here Here's the friend request from Monkey there. There we go. And then call him up. Oh, hey, no worries, Monkey. It's
Hello.
not because of that. How's it going? Hello? Oh,
Yeah, hello, sorry.
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, awesome. Sorry, my touch remote thingy just died.
yeah, I
so-
noticed that.
Okay. Put that over there out of the way. Alright, let's get this thing in the air and then we'll worry about the rest of it.
Your stream is black, by the way.
Is it? Okay, hang on a second. Good catch. Where? Oh, well that's weird. That's because DCS mirror, or I mean Oculus mirror closed itself. That's special. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think it should be back online now. Throw that
So it
on
might be a
there.
little difficult because of delay, but try our best.
Well, oh yeah, that's right. You can't see me. Okay, that's fine.
You know how to turn the targeting pod on?
Turn the which?
Will be
Sorry.
the first thing. Targeting pod.
Oh yeah, the targeting pod. Yeah. Let's see here. Stores. Get out of that.
I like this, the switch in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cockpit.
There's yeah, getting there. Turn that on.
Usually want to turn that on about a couple minutes before you're beginning to kill things.
Yeah. Right. Come on. Oh, I hate these switches with the touch. It's brutal. Okay.
And you also want to arm the LTDR, which is the laser.
Yeah.
It's right next to flare.
Yep. I got it to safe right now, so I'll just flip that up. Oh no,
Okay.
hang on. That is armed. Never mind. Okay. I assume Master Arm's got to be on.
And then I noticed that you were having some issues with laser code.
Yeah, I think I got that figured out. Got
Yeah,
on
no, I
board.
don't think. Oh, you. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I didn't watch it
Yeah,
completely.
no, it's all good. I think I got that
Yeah.
figured out. It's 1680 on both, which
Yeah, you
is
got
the
it, you got
standard standard code. All right, let's get
And
this
yeah,
thing. in the
usually-
air.
I saw you put on the strange fuse. You usually just leave it to E-fuse instantaneous.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering if it even had a mechanical fuse, but I guess it doesn't. So.
Yeah, no, you just use E-fuse.
Fuse instantaneous. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. And that was that one, so I got to now step to the other one. Do the same thing there. Turn that off. Turn that to instantaneous. Okay. All right, cool. Let's get in the air, and then I think everything should work
I
properly.
think it was actually the same for both of them. I don't think they're individual controls.
Yeah, it might be. I'm not sure. I know the laser code didn't propagate. I had to do that on both of them. So.
Yeah, you can kind of see the different options when you press Mark 82s on the stores page.
Right.
Kind of see what they're set to.
Fair enough. All right. Clear left, clear right. No A-18C.
That's overrated. We don't need it.
All right. Let's go.
Looks like you got a hole in the runway there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think someone was bombing this runway.
Also called landing, but
Also called landing. Fair enough. I've had some doozies in my day. All right. Gear up. Flaps up. Here we go.
there's a couple like it's called Aerobatics Online.
Yeah.
It's a server where you just do aerobatics or like no weapons.
Nice.
So people usually do formations and stuff, and it's often the server where most people learn how to fly, like the basics.
Okay. That's fair enough.
And the runways are always just like there's 100 craters all over the runway.
I can imagine.
Because like
Alright.
one person crashes landing Yeah, he messes up the landing, and then another person crashes into
Yeah,
that crater,
right.
and then it just multiplies.
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna head on over to waypoint 1, and hopefully there's a target there. Should be.
Yeah, so this stupid thing about the targeting pod in the Hornet is that there's no indication of where it is in the HUD.
Right.
I believe it's not. They might have added it, but I'm not quite sure. And so you'll have to use the situational awareness page to find out where target pod is looking.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah, got that. Yeah, that was my main problem the first time I tried it, was I got disoriented
you
and
have
then I
to
had
just
no
end
idea
up
where it was,
looking-
where it was pointing.
Looking just some random direction.
I wish there was a button to like recenter it.
I think there is, but I don't remember what it is.
Okay, master arm on, air to ground, and then let's get out of this page here. We'll go to FLIR. Okay. About 9,000 feet or so. I'm going to turn the autopilot on just so I can be distracted. Because that's what autopilots are for, right? Is just to fly while you're distracted. Alt hold. Mess with the heading. Go for, let's say, 263. Oh, what the? Okay, well, that's... I should have had my RWR on, apparently.
Oh,
I just got killed by a MiG-31. Okay. Well, that was brief.
Yeah, that's the... I don't think you had your data link on.
No, well, no, I didn't turn it on. I forgot. So.
Yeah, the data link does wonders.
You know what? Let's maybe do this offline then, because I don't want that to happen while I'm trying to learn this thing. So.
Yeah, it doesn't really help that much.
Okay. I believe. Well, I think there's actually a weapons qual mission for this.
There might be, or you can just make one yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a little
Guns and
complicated.
rockets. Paveway 2. Because I could just like load this up and then change everything. Yeah, you're armed with 2 GBU-12s, 2 GBU-16s, Paveway 2 laser guided bombs. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. Okay. Group of artillery located 9 miles off your nose. JTAC eyeball on 131.0 will laser designate the targets for you. 1688K. So we got a buddy lays on this one. But I think I kind of want to mess around with the pod anyway. So let's just change the loadout. So we're gonna go with new loadout. Call it
You don't actually need to create a new loadout. You can just edit.
Can you?
Yeah. You just right click on the thing.
It's not doing anything.
Oh, maybe it doesn't work then.
Oh well, that's alright. Lightning. Just
Usually works.
Create this real quick here. I think it's because it's a mission payload. I can't change it.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. But let's do... Center one's going to be the lightning pod, and then we got bombs, GBU-12. Eventually, we will actually blow something up. This will be a stream with an explosion on it eventually.
I believe in you.
GBU-12, GBU-12. Okay. Don't need the AIM-9s or the extra fuel. Okay, that should do it. Just for the replay, I'll switch it to the Demo Hornet skin, which I like. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, I see the targets down there, but I mean, I'm super close, so I'm not going to have a lot of time to get this set up. I guess with the buddy lays...
You might want to just move your plane a little back into the mission editor.
Too late. I'll just turn around and fly while I set it up.
Or you can do that.
Okay. So turn around, we'll go alt hold and heading hold, and then we'll try to figure this out. Autopilot. Barrow alt. I'm not going to worry too much about the heading, wings level's fine. Okay. So, let's turn the FLIR on here. And then we should be able to, there we go to FLIR. Ah, look at that. I got a TV screen. Okay. Then, if I remember right, we have to designate that sensor, and we can slew it around like this. Okay. I'm going to put SA up on the other page.
Now you didn't actually turn on laser arm.
Did I
If I
not?
don't remember
Okay.
too wrongly, there was some strange quirk with the laser thingy.
Well, it doesn't want to
It was
arm,
kind
so
of-
there's something...
Yeah, it's something. You can try to find out.
Okay, well, whatever. At least I'll get the target designated, and then we'll go from there. Let's turn around again. Actually, one thing I never really figured out about the Hornet autopilot is if it would let you roll if it's in a pitch mode like barrel alt, if it would let you control the heading. It looks like it is.
I think it will.
Yeah. Slow down a bit here. Don't need to be doing Mach 1.
Since barrel alt simply holds the altitude and it doesn't really
Yeah.
care about the roll, and so you'll often end up just slowly tipping over to a side and just ending up crashing into the ground
Yeah.
if you haven't selected the heading as well.
Yeah. Well, it's in the Boeing. It's a little bit different. You actually have to. It has a specific mode called control wheel steering, which has to be there to let you fly it with the autopilot connected in any way. Now I'm hoping, if I'm right here, that the target is actually at waypoint 0. And therefore, if I put the little SA bug thingy on it, that I should be able to see target. You'd think there would be like smoke or something, but there isn't. At least not that I can see. Careful here, I'm gonna bomb someone's house. Okay. Let's just look out here for a second. Yeah, see, this is the problem with VR. I'm just looking out from under the headset right now, and that's way easier to see. Especially with everything green like that. Where is the... What am I even supposed to be targeting? Let me just check the briefing one more time. What is the actual target? I think it said it was artillery.
You are a little to the right of the target now. I can see on the
Am I?
CFASA page. Yeah,
Okay.
just a little bit though.
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of buildings. I don't really see artillery emplacements.
I believe that you can actually place the targeting pod in the middle MFD, and you get the colors on the.
Oh,
Thing.
that's useful.
But I'm not
Okay.
sure. I've never done it.
Well,
I just heard someone.
let's try it. One way to find out. Like that.
Like
Clear.
it makes sense.
Okay.
I feel like.
It's easier because it's not green. I'll give it that. It's black and white.
Okay.
So-
Not that fancy, but
it's easier. It's got better contrast, I think, than that one. Okay, so sensor designate, and then... So that's obviously going to be pointing behind me now, because I just flew over it. You know what, just for... Well, I guess that wouldn't show up in the FLIR. I was thinking of... Oh, you know what, I see the targets down off my left nose over there. The targets are not at waypoint 0. So that's helpful. Now I got to turn
yeah,
this thing
that's
around.
a problem.
Oh, labels are on. Default. The dead touch controller's got the hand like sitting on the outside of the cowling. Oh, I lost my dot. Where'd it go?
You're in the sky, I believe.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right, I am. Okay. There it is. Okay. So they're basically right down off my left side right now. It's like looking through a straw. Like, you can't see the overall situation.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah. Got a bunch of buildings. Lots of buildings. Actually,
That's probably...
I have an idea. What if I designate the target with the HUD just to kind of get a pipper there, and then I can fine tune it with the FLIR. Does that work?
Yeah, now the question is, how do you do that?
Let me see if I can figure that out. I think you can do it with the sensor designate or target designate on the... If you just assign the sensor to the HUD. This is going to involve me diving at the target, of course, but we can fix that later.
I don't think that will work.
Let's see what happens here.
Good luck.
Let's try not to G-lock in the turn. Okay. Put the thing right on the thing. And then we go... click. And nothing happens. Yeah, it figures. Okay. It was worth a shot. So let's put the autopilot back on here. Barrel walls. There we go. Okay. But now the target is directly off my nose. So if I can just...
Okay, there we go. Okay, I found out why you couldn't select the laser arm. You have to be in air to ground, which you are now.
Ah,
so
I wasn't at the time. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right. Okay, it's gonna go right under my nose again. Where are you, you little... Okay, that was directly under... Whoops. Directly underneath. Then, of course, when the camera flips around, all your controls get reversed. Which is not helping.
Oh, and you just scrolled past all the targets.
Did I?
Yeah.
See, you see what I mean, right?
Bunch of small dots there.
All right, let me. Here, I'll swing the camera back around to forward, and then I'll turn around and try this again. But you can see why I like CCIP bombing, right?
Yeah, I see that now. I think it's a quite bit easier than the Viper CC
Yeah.
RP with the targeting quad.
Well, I know that there is a mode where if you got a buddy laze, there's a mode where you can actually just set the thing to just find it itself.
Yeah, laser spot search.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like that. But I think right now I'm just
Yeah,
like
laser spot search.
Oh, you know what? I don't want to have to slew this thing around again. Oh, it won't matter because I'm past the point where I'm targeting now, so... Spin around in a second. I think my track miles are going to be slightly limited here. Alright, turn around. Terrain, pull up. I could have sworn there was a way to actually designate a target via the HUD. Because it does put
Yeah,
a
I
little,
think there is.
it does put a little dot in your flight path vector when you do that.
No, I don't think that's the correct thing, but
No.
I believe you can get the targeting pod to be in the HUD. Yeah. Maybe. I really have no clue. I haven't flown the Hornet in forever.
Yeah.
And when I flew it, I like just half knew all the systems.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got the Viper that I really started understanding things.
Up in the dang sky again. Okay. So what am I actually looking for here? There's a hill, and then there's a little valley with a river. Now I'm trying to do like ground ID. Come on, where are you? Not that close. Oh man, now I'm like under the jet and I can't. I'm flying too fast to get it scrolled over. Oh, there was a. What was that? That's a bridge. Is there a bridge anywhere around? Yeah, there is actually. If I just go up. No, that's a tree. It's like they're just up the road from the
No.
bridge, but
You're looking at them, but you're not seeing them.
I'm not seeing them.
Like you said, there's a tree, and then
That was
just
not a tree, was it?
scrolling. No, they are smaller than the trees. And you're looking at them again.
Am I? Okay, well, it's too late.
Now you scrolled past them again.
Ah. That's my problem, is I don't recognize them. Fly around till I run out of
Yeah, and
gas.
I know I kind of have flown so much, and so I kind of know what I'm looking for, but
Yeah, you know what? Apparently there is a buddy lays in this mission, so maybe let's just do that. What was the code again? 16 something? Let me just take a look. It was...
yeah, the problem is that that won't really work that well
168.
either.
What do you mean that won't really work?
Well, okay, then it'll have to go and do CCIP. Then it might as well just do CCIP and not even care about the.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I
GBs.
guess if it doesn't know where on the ground it is, then yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, then you can't use CCRP to drop the bombs, and so you'll
Right.
have to do
Right.
just regular.
You're right, okay. Well, in that case, let's bomb a building.
Well, then you can start by actually turning on the laser.
Sure. Let me find a target first. Okay, here's a nice big looking... Is that a school? I'm not bombing a school. Oh, man.
Schools are the best to bomb.
Okay, here. We'll use this building. Okay. Except now I lost it because the plane's in the way. Turn around.
But yeah, so you want to turn on the laser, and then you're going to press a button called trigger on the MFD. That
Yeah,
pops
just
up
like,
after.
yeah. Alright, we'll just fly in this direction for a little bit. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Keep our altitude. Guess we'll level the wings. Okay. Alright, so we'll designate this as the target. Why is that not working? I have to turn the laser on first, don't I? There we go. Ah! Lost the visual again.
Now you can press trigger on the MFD, top right.
MFD top right.
That would be the MFD, not the DED. DDI, I mean, sorry.
Right, okay, yep. Stand by. Okay, there we go. Now can I designate this now that I'm... Nope. Still doesn't want to do it. Oh, no, that was the Maverick that I was trying to play around with before. That you had to like hold the button down while you slewed it around. That's not
Yeah.
these though. Okay. Settings do we have? Auto. Okay, the fuse is off. So let's just give it a electronic instantaneous. Free fall quantity 1. You know what? Let's just Let's go all out here.
Anyway, so now I can see you have program 1 on under ARM on the stores page, and then you can see that you have it in eFuse and instantaneous.
Oh, okay.
And I wouldn't recommend doing quantities for laser guided weapons, as you only need one bomb.
Well, I know, but
Hit
I
the
want
same
to
target
drop
anyway.
them all at once and then go do something else.
Yeah, I've never actually dropped multiple bombs using
Well,
CC.
let's see what happens.
Laser guiding.
So
They
I'm
might collide in
pressing
there or something.
I'm pressing target designate and it's not doing anything.
I think you have to go into CCRP. I think you're in CCIP right now.
Am I? Mode. It says mode auto. So that should be CCRP, should it not?
So yeah, that might.
Yeah, because I got FD, CCIP, manual, and auto. I think auto is CCRP. Yeah, because I have the bomb fall line and everything.
Yeah, okay. Then it should work.
Oh, and you know what? Because I have a bomb fall line, it did work. It just doesn't show anything when it on the AMPCD. It's only on the HUD. So let's see if I can do this. What's my release? Oh, I got like over a minute now. So with quantity 4, multiple 1, 1 foot intervals, they should basically pretty much all fall off at the same time, no?
Maybe. I don't know.
The other thing is, I haven't got a laser code in here. Code.
That will definitely be a problem for you.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I keep forgetting what the code is. 1688, I think, right?
1688.
Yeah. Code 1688. There we go. Okay. But now I have to do all the different bombs because it doesn't propagate for some reason. I guess it's not for some reason. It's because so you don't accidentally have a bomb guiding on the wrong target.
No, you can just press enter each time. You don't have
Oh
to
yeah, I don't have
click
to type it in
through
again?
all-
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, enter. Okay, perfect. Now, in 30 seconds, this thing should be a smoking hole in the ground.
Or you might be a smoking
Or
hole in the ground.
or I might be a smoking hole in the ground. Fair enough. I'm gonna follow the bombs as they go too. I don't care what happens to the plane. Okay, here we go. And pickle. There they are. They're all off. Oh! And that's why you don't drop multiple laser-guided bombs.
Yeah, what I expected.
They hit each other, and I fragged myself. So your prediction from earlier of me being a smoking hole in the ground is turns out to be accurate.
Well, look at it on the positive side. I don't think many people can say that they've shot themselves down.
Well, I don't know if anyone can say they've shot themselves down, but if they can, it probably wasn't with GBU-12s.
There was actually an incident with an Thunder Chief, I believe, where he shot the gun and then dived and actually managed to go in front of the bullets and get hit by it. And I think he managed to mess up his engines and had to eject.
Nice. I would never have thought that was possible.
Or
but,
no, he didn't eject. He actually landed, but he broke
did he?
his back and one of his legs, I believe.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do a CCIP bomb run, and my goal with this is not to get the big X in the middle of the HUD, because I always come in like too close. And I realize it's a sim and you can pull out of pretty much anything, but do this properly.
I mean, you can do it with like canopy code, I believe, whatever it's called.
With what, sorry?
Canopy, like looking at the canopy rail and kind of if you can look from your head and down at the canopy rail,
Gotcha.
onto the target, then it will be a 45-degree angle.
I see. Okay.
But then you won't be going head on to the target. It will be offset a
Yeah.
little bit. So that's
Well, I saw
usually
a
how
trick
real people do it.
when Mover was doing this in the Viper in DCS. He said you basically just put the flight path vector. I got in the driver's mode and was just like putting the flight path vector on the target, which of course is going to fly your plane right to the target. Put it over the target, like past it.
Did you watch the recent video he did?
What was that? Turn the labels off here.
One with he was on some shooting range in the Viper.
Oh, was that the one about how he got his call sign?
Yeah, he mentioned it.
Yeah.
Altitude. Altitude.
Because that one, yeah, that's hilarious. Pickle. And away
Great
we go.
call sign.
And boom! Yes, truck target hit. Okay. Does that smoke eventually run out? I think it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And just if you didn't know, the bomb actually drops when you press it, not when you release the
Yes.
trigger.
Yes, except in CCIP it's when you press it. In CCRP it's you have to have it held down when it hits the bar.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you press it still, but it's not when you release it, at least.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah,
And so
I love that story.
I don't know how it is in the Hornet, but in the Viper at least, if you have the CCIP peeper too high or out of the HUD, then you can actually just hold down the weapon release button and it will release the weapon. It will go into CCRP
Oh,
and
interesting.
release the weapon when you've actually gone over it. It might be the same. No, it's
Okay.
not the same for you. Because the symbology is completely different.
Yeah.
But
Alright, let's see if I can hit another one here. Problem is
Then in
they're
the-
so hard to see in the
yeah,
VR.
in the F-16 you also have something that's called dive toss. It's not
Oh, yeah.
implemented yet, but
Is that the
you can
inverted
like
thing?
designate.
Pickle.
No, you can fly towards the target, designate it, and then do CCRP.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what I was trying to do before, I think, right? Just like designate it with the HUD?
Yeah, no. It is kind of an own special mode. It's called dive toss, and so what you do is you fly towards the target, and like use some paper in the HUD, and then you designate the target, and then you can actually slew that paper around until it's actually on the target.
Okay.
Then you'll just pull up and basically toss the bomb onto the target. And now you can kind of replicate it in the Viper using the targeting pod, and just bore sighting the targeting pod into the HUD, and you can see,
Right.
you can actually see the symbology. Whereas in the Hornet you can't see where the target pod is looking actually, so it would not be possible.
Alright, let's see here. What if I go on the green smoke and I actually try to designate...
I just remembered how you're supposed to use the targeting pod a little easier. Like when the targeting pod ends up pointing behind you or something, you can actually slew the targeting pod to waypoint.
Yeah, I think you can do that on the Hornet too, I just don't remember how.
You know, I'm talking about the Hornet.
Oh, okay.
You cannot do that in the Viper.
Oh,
uh,
crap, this is bad. Nope. Climb back up and try that again. Bomb one more, and then I think what I want to do is just do some dogfighting for maybe half an hour.
Yeah.
It's not the
don't
BVR stuff. Like I kind of get the BVR stuff,
BVR is super complicated.
but it's the
hell.
it's the ACM I'm really interested in.
BFM.
Or sorry, BFM. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, BFM is also extremely complicated.
Oh, the smoke's gone. All right. Well, it's gonna be difficult.
BFM seems simple. It's like just do it, kind of. It doesn't seem that hard, but it's very hard in reality.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I was reading like all the maneuvers and everything, and I was thinking to myself, like, if I was
Altitude.
a real fighter pilot and I'd been trained in all this stuff, I don't know how much would be me thinking, oh, he did this, I'm gonna do this, versus just like doing it. You know?
Yeah, well, it is kind of chess. Like, if he
Yeah.
does something, you'll have to do the perfect counter move, and there is no perfect counter move, and so it's really hard.
Yeah.
If you're fighting against your clone, like, there's no magic
Yeah,
thing
well,
you can do.
I
when
watched that,
you're-
you know, Wings for Honor or whatever it was, and when it was Tomcat versus Tomcat, it was just a giant circle.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. All right, we're gonna quit out of this.
And so you usually have to. Yeah, go on.
The other problem is that when you're fighting AIs, it's obviously not the same as fighting players. So.
Yeah, it's not, but I've flown a lot of BFM against AI just because it's so like repetitive training, so you can
Yeah.
get a lot of training in a short amount of time.
Yeah, well.
And then
flying
I
stuff's
managed
pretty-
to get myself into an BFM tournament
Oh yeah.
on Friday, I believe, and I actually managed to get to the semifinals before
Oh,
it became
nice.
taken out.
Congrats, man. That's awesome. I was thinking of maybe entering the one that's coming up there, Merge for the Cure.
Altitude.
But
Yeah, so
Altitude.
well, it's like donate some money to help cure.
yeah, oh yeah, that part I can do no problem.
Like, yeah, think of it like, okay, you donate and have a shot at
Yeah.
having fun,
Yeah.
rather than just like not doing anything.
Yeah. All right. Now this guy I happen to know always goes up. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Roll into the hill. All right, where'd he go? There he is. Oh yeah, this is much harder without the labels.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, let's go lag. I'm gonna try not to pass him. But at the same time, I don't want to stall. I can't imagine how anyone does this without VR.
Can
Or
use
at least-
track IR,
or at least
but
track IR,
without. Yeah. Using the mouse, it's impossible.
Yeah. Oh, come on, really? There we go. This is where I follow him right into the ground. Boom! The one thing I find with the Hornet is that if you go, and this is probably, I don't know how true to life this is, but if you, even in full burner, if you go like full aft stick, it falls out of the sky. Like, watch. You go full aft, and then your alpha goes to like 25, 30 degrees, which is what the plane is supposed to be able to do. But then, of course, you lose all your speed, so. I was reading like dogfighting techniques with the Hornet, and it's an alpha fighter, so like you can slow down to the point where other planes fall out of the sky trying to track you.
It really does best really slow.
Yeah. Is there a reset? No, it's just quit and then replay.
You can press left shift R,
Left shift R. Okay, I'll try that next time.
then that will reset the mission.
Okay. Good to know.
Altitude.
Oh, and that way I don't have to keep turning the labels off all the time. Okay. Oh, sorry, Gafftastic there. I forgot to read chat talking to Monkey here. You just react 1,000. You know what? Hang on. Pause for a second. Thousands of hours in the 18 and DCS. You make a lot of mistakes. Learn. It just becomes muscle memory. Good YouTube videos. Yeah. Altitude is always your friend. Yeah. That's true to real life, to civilian flying as well in real life. A lot more to it than pulling the stick. You need to keep max turn rate speed of 380. Okay, that's good to know. 380 is your max G turn rate or turn speed.
Yeah, the
So
turn rate is simply turning degrees per second.
Yeah.
And so by keeping around 380, you will have like tightest, or
Right. Okay.
let's say
Pitch like
at
pull
60
for
degree.
380. Okay, yeah, there you go. Look at that. Okay. No idea where he went, but at least now I'm at the right speed. is.
So by pulling 380, you'll create the, you'll get your nose on the target as fast as
Right.
possible.
Oh, I flew through his wake turbulence. Without, of course,
No.
overshooting. There he is.
With the
Damage him.
F-18, it is quite a good rate fighter against anything else than the Viper, really.
There we go.
The Viper is a beast in rate fighting. And
Yeah, so I hear. Whoa! I think his canopy nailed me on the way down.
Yeah,
380. Alright, good
if you
tip. Yeah,
fight,
that was much better.
as long as you fly anything else than against a Viper, you can pretty much just try to always keep in 380
Yeah.
round 380.
Well, I think, I mean, against a Viper, like, that's a tough fight, though, in a Hornet, isn't it?
Yeah, no, then you'll have to fly like against the Viper's abilities. So BFM is really just knowing your plane and knowing the enemy plane.
Mm-hmm.
But just rate fighting will work quite well in the Hornet as long as you don't fly against an F-16.
Right.
And so, just to give you some basics, when you're at the merge, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to try to create a two-circle fight.
Right.
And so that would be turning the opposite direction of the enemy. So if he turns to your right, then you're going to turn to your left.
Right. How do I know which way he turned, though? Because I can't see him when he goes past me.
Yeah, you have to look at him. And so then you can set up a pre-merge setup and like going to the side of him a little bit, so you don't.
Oh,
go
I see. Okay, so you can
head
still
on.
see him when he turns.
Yeah. And then often you don't want to turn. You want to turn right after he passes you. You do not want to turn before he passes you.
Okay, alright. Makes sense.
And so that will both help in some strange way. I'm not quite sure what, I don't remember, but it will help you, and it will also make it more difficult for him to know which way you're turning.
Right. Nice. The other thing is this guy doesn't jink.
Yeah, you can turn up the AI difficulty.
Yeah, this one is random, so I think I probably have to go into the mission planner and just.
Yeah, I usually just
yeah.
keep them at excellent.
Okay, let's try that. Go quit.
That's when you really feel it begins to be quite annoying to lose against bots, but
Okay, that's fair. Let's go. This guy. Oh, I can't change it. Okay, I'd have to make my own mission.
oh, okay.
That's fine. Whatever. Maybe eventually he'll be an excellent one. Okay, so basically just merge. You want to take him down one side or the other, so you can still see him.
Altitude.
Yeah, so
And
try
then,
to line up a little to the side of him, and then
Okay.
let him pass you, and then look which way he
Gotcha.
turns, and then you turn the opposite way.
The opposite way. Okay. So he turns left. I turn right.
Well, yeah, left for you, of course. If you think of like his perspective, he's gonna
Yeah,
turn
okay,
right.
so he's turning
and you're
left, so I
going
want to go
also
right.
turn right.
Oh, okay. I think I got that backwards. Let's see what happens here. Where'd he go? There he is.
Yeah, I meant in perspective to you, kind of.
Okay, okay, cool. Oh, hello.
Yeah. So
This is a
you're
one-circle
thinking
fight.
the perspective of the pilot, then yeah, it's both turning the same direction.
Yeah. Going too fast. My headset's falling off.
And so just to tell you the differences between two circle and one circle. And two circle is when you both turn in opposite directions, kind of. So you create
Two different
one
circles,
goes to, yeah, and one circle is like both going the same, merging again, kind of.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So that was what you just did.
Yes. we
Now,
did a one
a
circle.
two circle is since you're not in relation to each other. It's just whoever can turn their nose onto like 360 degrees, basically, wins.
Right.
Just get your nose around. But in a one circle fight, it's about turning radius. And so whoever has the lowest turning radius will win.
Right.
And so you can usually, before you merge, you know what enemy you're flying against by looking at RWR or
Yeah. Right.
some other way of knowing. And then, like with enough knowledge, you'll know what planes are rate fighters and who are turn raters, or I mean turn radius planes.
Right.
And so
So in
you'll know what's the most beneficial for you to do.
right. So in a turn radius, against a turn radius fighter, you want to be in a
Two circle.
two circle. Okay. And against a rate fighter, you want to be in a one circle. Although you said the Hornet was a two circle fighter anyway, right?
The Hornet is pretty much a two circle fighter or a rate fighter, until you will meet a Viper, because a Viper is a rate fighter,
Right.
and so
Altitude.
you will lose against a Viper if you try to kill him with turn rate. But pretty much anything else you will be able to get with turn rate.
Right.
And so basically the most important thing with turn rate is to just try to keep at around the most optimum speed. And so I can try to find a chart here that shows you the
Left again,
best
I'm gonna go
speed.
left.
Yep, just think 380.
Yeah, 380. Got it. Don't G-lock. Here he is. Not sure why he's dropping flares, but okay. I guess because I could be missiling him if I had missiles. Oh, I'm gonna overshoot. Maybe. Ah, snapshot got him though. Oh, he's not dead though, he's just damaged. Okay, go back in. Oops. There we go. Now he's done. Okay, cool. That's awesome. I think being in an AI though, he's probably just turning, like whichever side I go down, he's probably just turning towards me.
Possibly, or that's when you want to make him do the first turn, and then you can do the opposite.
Yeah, right. So here's a question then, which might happen in a real, against a real person. What if he goes up?
Yeah, so the vertical is kind of a little more strange place to be in,
Yeah.
because you usually wouldn't want to do it if you're
Yeah, that's what I took
over
away from that
20.
Folds for Honor video. Hornets don't want to be in the vertical.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about the Hornet, but at least for the Viper, you don't want to go in the vertical above 20,000 feet.
Right. Well, you get into
And so-
contrail land.
Yeah, no, not that, but it's like there's so little air up there, and so you won't be able to
Oh
like
yeah,
turn
maneuver. Yeah,
any fast. And
yeah.
then
Sense.
you definitely do not want to go down. That's just stupid, because then you'll just end up getting a really long turn. And so when you want, the few times you want to turn up is either
Altitude.
Oh dear.
Altitude.
Almost got rocks killed there.
and yeah, I'll just give you some tips about what you want to do in different situations now. So
Yeah.
the optimum merge for you would be to merge at 380 knots,
Mhm.
okay? Because if you're going too fast, then you won't have the optimum turn performance in the merge.
Right.
And so you want to merge at 380 and then go full throttle and begin to turn. And so then you'll have the optimum turn performance, because you don't want to just be screaming Mach 2 towards him. Then you'll
Yeah.
have a crazy long turn circle, and yeah,
Makes sense.
it won't be epic. Now, let's say you are not expecting the merge, and so you are flying around super fast. That's like the only reason for why you would want to go vertical, because then you can transfer all that energy into like going up, and that will lower your airspeed way faster than going horizontal.
Right, yeah. Sacrifice all your energy. Makes sense.
And so basically, if you're fast, go up. If you're on speed, go horizontal.
Right. Okay, makes sense, yeah. Buy that.
And so the next thing I want to tell you about rate fighting is that you want to try to keep the bandit on your center line, if I can call it that. So imagine a line going from the tip of the canopy and all the way back to the back of the canopy, just in the
Yeah.
center.
Yeah, makes
And so
sense
what
too.
you want to try to do is to keep the bandit on that center line all the time. And so here is where you want your helmet-mounted queuing system, because now you can look at the bandit and also monitor your speed
Right.
and ensure that you're keeping that 380 knots. And so then you just want to keep him at like right above you, or at least on that center line, and just pulling perfect 380 turn.
Right.
Now, if you end up actually being the guy hunted or defensive, and you have the bandit on your 6 o'clock, then you want to be as unpredictable as possible. Like
Right.
do all sorts of crazy maneuvers, and also try to drain your speed. Now that's where the Hornet shines, because it can
Oh, you
maneuver
can
at quite
squat
low
it, yeah.
speeds. And so if you just put out, go throttle idle, open up your speed brake, and just do all sorts of stupid maneuvers, and just do all you can to make that enemy either overshoot or not be able to get a killing shot on you.
Right.
And then hopefully he'll pass you and you can go on his 6. Now, what you don't want to do, which you just did,
Is
is
overshoot,
to
yeah, I
pass,
know.
yeah, overshoot.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And now, what you can do if you're about to overshoot is that you can actually pull up.
Yep, you can do a little,
And
what I call high yo-yo.
yeah, kind of. So pull up and transfer that speed energy into
Vertical.
upwards energy, yeah, vertical, and then you can go down again and get a better killing shot.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Now, the high Jojo is kind of more Cold War type maneuver, because in the Cold War era, most planes were somewhat underpowered, and so they couldn't go vertical without the speed.
Right.
But now you can pretty much just go vertical anytime, and so
Okay,
doing the
that's...
high Jojo often puts you at a disadvantage. But if
That's-
it's between overshooting and not overshooting, then definitely do it.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm Winchester on guns. But I think he's pretty well... He's not dead, I guess, but he's limping pretty
He will
good.
return back to base. You won't be
Needle
seeing
deal,
much action anymore.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's see, what time is it here? I got time for a couple more, I think. Hopefully...
Yeah, usually BFM is kind of somewhat useless, as you'll never
Well,
actually
yeah,
get into a
that's-
BFM fight.
That's fair.
It's more of just a skill you can have, and like you want to be prepared for all the situations, but
Yeah.
BFM is more waste of time than actually anything good.
I'm actually gonna make a mission here so that I can so I can actually have the excellent AI. So I want let's see, let's go plane. Let's do it over land. Sorry.
At least now with Gen 5 era planes, like the chances for actually a BFM fight happening are next to none,
Yeah.
because you just would never try to get that close.
Yeah. Yeah. Skill excellent. Now let's see what.
And so BFM was kind of a hot topic in Cold War era, because you didn't have fancy radars and radar guided missiles. But
yeah, right. Let's make him an SU-30.
And so of my 900 hours of playing this game, I've actually
Oops.
only gotten into one real BFM fight.
Oh, come on now. Why can't I type in? Okay, let's just try this then. There we go. 15,000 feet, let's say. Speed, I don't know, 420. And then he wants
I
to
usually
go.
just go and change the Mach number.
Yeah,
That seems to work a lot better. Just speed in knots,
yeah, that high is.
just kind of wonky at
Yeah.
high altitude.
I don't know what the transition altitude on a fighter is. Okay. Armaments. Nothing.
There is no transition altitude really. You just do whatever you feel like doing.
Yeah.
Like if you want actual speed, use Mach. If you want in relation to air, use knots.
Yeah.
And so like BFM, then you'd use knots because the plane doesn't care about where the ground is; it cares where the air is.
Yeah, right.
But if for like navigation and then stuff like that, you'll probably use Mach. But yeah, you're probably an expert at this, so I don't have much to say.
Well, hopefully I know at least that side of things.
Yeah,
I'm not a fighter pilot by any means, but
you know your
how do
navigation.
I should, yes. How do I tell how far I am from that guy on the map?
I'm not actually quite sure if you can tell that. You can definitely do it in the F10 map, but not that one, I
Right.
believe.
Okay, well, how big is one of these? Oh, here, there's a little scale over here. Okay, so that's about 20 miles. Something like that, maybe? A little bit closer? We'll do that. And then I have to set this guy to player. And loadout will be nothing. Bump the fuel down a bit. Wow, SU-30 carries a lot more fuel than the F-18. I'll save my changes. Little boring bit, sorry.
You know, it's fine.
Target practice. Okay. Now I should be able to run this, hopefully. Okay. Hey, Funky, how's it going? Sorry it's taken me so long. I'm kind of I can't see the chat in my my VR helmet here, so I have to remember to look from time to time, and I'm not doing a great job. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I see what you mean. I set 420 knots. That must have been like a ground speed because I was down at 340.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but usually just operate from Mach
Yeah,
when setting the speed.
makes sense.
And you can actually like set it to Mach 3 and go crazy fast.
Yeah,
I
no
think at least. I'm not quite sure. It might be a cap on it, but
Okay, so coming up on 480. Don't have him on radar yet, but I have him visual.
yeah, and so that's when you
There he
usually would
is.
want to do ACM modes.
Right, yeah, which is what I did with the gun sight.
Yeah.
Okay, 480, take him down the left side, and he is not turning at all. Okay. Interesting. Guess I'll just come around to 380 and see what I can see. There he is. Slow. That's not a good sound.
And so yeah, so he went into the vertical.
Yep, he did. Oh boy. I gotta get out of the vertical because I have no energy left. Oh, he's got me. He's so got me. I basically stalled out and now he's gonna get around on me here. Well, maybe not. Well, I managed to get get out of that one. Now we're going towards the deck.
Yeah, just remember to keep the enemy like right above you.
Yep. I
And
think...
just try to stay at about 380.
Yeah, I'm slow, but I can't follow him. Nah, I can't
Yeah,
follow
so
him.
what you usually do if you're slow is that you just point your nose straight towards the ground. If you're going up, then you can't do that, obviously, but if you're not going up, you just
Yeah,
try to get onto 380. And that's your main goal, to get onto 380 knots.
Yeah, he's... well... didn't quite get around in time. Oh, oh boy. Oh boy. Rocks kill. Okay. Yeah,
So
it's...
yeah, I could kind of see that you were struggling to keep him straight ahead,
yeah,
or
well,
straight above you.
yeah.
That's
It's
kind
when
of
he
really important raid fighting technique, but
when he went up, like you kind of have no choice but to follow him up, and I just ran out of airspeed.
yeah, I usually like tilt my plane to one of the sides, like, because
So when he
I'm thinking that I'm going to do a 2-circle, but when he pulls up, I'm already kind of committed to the side turning.
okay.
So I'll just do a kind of somewhat diagonal turn, if you can think of it that way.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
So then you won't have to go full straight up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's going up again. So I'll do kind of like a diagonal this time.
Yeah, try that.
Now, way below 380 here.
And so yeah, usually I'll just when I spawn into the mission, I'll turn on my helmet mounted cooling system.
Oh yeah, that's a
Then
good idea.
I'll never leave or let my eyes go away from the target. I'll
Yeah.
always keep my eyes on the target. And like often I get really sore in my neck because I'm looking straight up.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, let's see that. Come on, I'm at 380, but I can't... Oh, he hit me. I'm dead. No flight controls.
Yeah, that's the problem with VR. You kind of have to look straight at him.
Yeah.
Not use your eyes that
I
much.
can't eject either. That's weird.
Go right, go
Oh.
right. Go right.
What the heck? I can't even restart the mission. That's interesting. Oh,
You might
dang it,
you
Norton.
might have clicked out of the game, yeah.
Norton just killed me. Okay.
It's a Russian plane. You don't need ejection seats.
That
You're
doesn't
supposed to fly it until you die in it.
that doesn't count. That was all Norton that killed me. Okay. Try this again.
It's like the early Russian rockets that didn't have self-destruction, and so they were just smashed into the ground and kill people.
Yeah.
Because they didn't believe in.
Now I can't reach chat either. Hang on. Get me back
Oh.
in the game. There we go.
There's
Okay.
not much going on in the chat.
And
right
we're
now,
back.
so-
And we're back. Okay. So I guess like when he goes straight up and you go diagonal, it kind of turns it into this like weird half out of plane 2-circle.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
it does do that, and you kind of end up spiraling towards the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
But in a third fighter, it's often a good idea to be quite low.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be, is to make sure that the enemy can't escape that easy.
Okay, he's going that way. Ah, dang it! I turned the wrong way. This is a 1-circle. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can reverse and make it a 2-circle. Oh, dang it. Got
Yeah,
too
but by the
slow.
looks of the merge, you actually had a way better turning radius than him.
Yeah.
it might just be you pulling way too hard on the stick.
Oh yeah, it was, because my speed tanked to the floor, so...
Yeah, so that's kind of most important is to keep your speed up.
Yep,
Speed
I
is
see
life.
that. I see that. I'm gonna see if I can maybe snapshot him. Nope. And now I'm probably dead. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I gotta get some speed back. Okay. And I lost him again. He's probably, like, directly behind me. Yep, there he is. I was trying to jink there so he couldn't shoot me, and then I lost him again.
Yeah, it's important to keep sight on it.
Yeah,
on
thanks.
the side. Now you just got a shot thing. By the way.
What's that? Oh, okay, thanks. Hang on. Ugh. I have no idea where he is right now. He's not right on my 6. Oh, yes he is. There he is. Alright, I'm gonna try something. Well, oh, he's still there. Oh. Thank you. Wow, this is intense. I mean, he's definitely winning. Yeah, lost him again. Trying to get back to 380, but man, he's not making it easy. Where'd he go? I mean, I was thinking if I flew in a straight line, maybe he'd get behind me again, but at least then I'd know where he was. There he is. Yeah, he's right behind me. I'll see if I can rocks kill him, maybe, without rocks killing myself.
Very interesting tactics you're deploying there, but
Hey, you do what you gotta do, man. Woo! Something tells me the AI is smart enough not to fly into the ground.
you'd be surprised.
Probably not something you would do in real life.
Well, I mean, when you got a bandit under 6 o'clock, then you might do anything.
That's true. It worked! There he is, splattered on the side of the hill. Alrighty, well, that wasn't how that was supposed to go, but hey,
Well,
you know.
just a kill, I guess.
Underpowered bird compared to what you're fighting, so keep that speed up, yeah, for sure. Do some... That was fun. That was some, like a scene out of Stealth or whatever when he's doing the canyon run with the UCAV. Alright, well, fun as that was, I think I'm probably going to call it a night, but first, I'm going to try a... Actually, I didn't add a carrier to this mission, did I? So there probably isn't one.
No.
So, is there an airport? Yeah, there's Batumi over there. If I head for the coast. See if I can land.
TACAN then. Use TACAN.
Yeah, how do I find a TACAN frequency?
So just press on the
Got it.
airport on
16
F10 map.
16 X-ray, and the runway is 3113. Okay. So, TACAN 16 X-ray on. Whoops. Didn't hit enter. There we go. 16 X-ray. And we're gonna go master arm off.
And then do you know how to navigate using TACAN?
Yeah, pretty sure. TACAN.
Yeah.
And then, okay, what am I doing here?
I think there's actually mountains in the way from...
Oh, is that why? Okay. I
TACAN
was gonna
beacon.
say, I thought I should have had it to pop up there, but
Yeah.
okay. Oh, there it is. Got it. Let's see, which one's the closest? Probably 3-1 for the runway, so let's see if I can put 3-1.
Then you can set up the course
Yeah, 310
for
in
the
there.
runway.
Course select, there we go, 3. Select 310, enter. Perfect. Okay. And again, this is not probably how you'd land a real F-18 procedurally, but we'll put the thing on the thing and hopefully get it on the ground.
I believe in you.
Good flight, great job keeping from getting a shot on you. Thanks, man. I took Monkey's advice there and just did a whole bunch of weird stuff.
And so if you want to, which I did in anticipation for the F-16 release, I didn't lower the flaps, and so then you can do the kind of F-16 wheelie landing.
Oh yeah, the aero braking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you lower the flaps, then your plane will just put the nose down once you
Yeah,
land.
right.
But if you don't lower the flaps, you can actually
Alrighty.
do
Give
the
that,
aero
give
braking.
that a shot.
That's quite fun.
I'm sure the runway is hugely long.
Well, you'll get the surprise.
You know what? What the heck? I'll do an overhead brake. Alright, I think I got the field in sight. I lost my TACAN because I went behind a mountain, so my course disappeared, but let's see if we can get that back. Maybe. Come on now. Screw you, VR. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Whatever. It's VFR. I don't need it.
Altitude. Altitude.
Plane's yelling at me. Man, you're right. I got a crick in my neck after that fight.
Yeah. And just like in a raid fight, fighting against another player that actually knows what they're doing,
Yeah.
you have to look like that for maybe upwards of 10 minutes. going
So-
around in a circle.
Till one of you runs out of gas.
Yeah. And like when you see that you have like 500 pounds left, then you begin to get desperate.
Yeah, yeah. Well, 500 pounds is gone in about 30 seconds in blower, right?
Depending on the altitude, yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
But if you watch the Fight for Honors fight thingy,
Yep.
then you know how long some of the dogfights can be.
Oh yeah, yeah, man, that was intense. All right, 10% of the G's around the circle, or 10% of the airspeed, I mean. There's the speed, gear down. This is where I go in the drink off the end of the runway. Deedle deedle, home fuel, okay. Well, fortunately we're in the downwind. Trim it up some more. So I hope you know that after today, there, Monkey, you become my official dogfighting instructor.
Oh, I would be terrified if I were my instructor, but
Well, you know more than me, so, which isn't hard, to be fair.
well,
Alright, here we go. I feel fast. It's like 200 knots.
not that fast. So
It's-
if you want to do that
it's-
perfect,
It's fast when you're used to flying a 737.
if you want to do an F-16 landing, you would line up the E bracket just so the bottom of it touches the flight path marker, and then it would flare.
Yeah, I don't think you flare an F-18.
Yeah, no, but when you do the F-16 landing,
Yeah,
you
right.
definitely want to flare.
Okay. And if I get the nose up a little bit, I should be able to aero brake it. I need some actual brakes, I think.
And so yeah, you didn't do the correct F-16 landing.
No, I didn't.
It's fine. Just
Oh,
a
I'm gonna
little
run out of
disappointed.
runway.
Yeah,
doing-
it's not very efficient.
Still doing 100
I forgot
knots.
to say that.
Oh no! Am I gonna end up in the water though? That's the question. I think the overrun might be enough. Stop! Turn? Oh, where's my nose wheel steering? There we go. Aha! It was all planned. I think that's a service road, not a taxiway, so I'll just go back to the runway here.
Service roads are for service, and you're serving your country now, so that's the correct road.
That's fair. Let's not take out a runway light here.
And so, if you haven't already tried it, you should definitely try to retract or fold your wings and then take off again.
Really?
It's called doing an X-wing.
Uh-huh.
Like in
S-foils in
Star
the
Wars.
attack position. Well, maybe that'll be for next stream. I know these things will fly without wings if they're fast enough. Wasn't there that guy that
There
landed the I don't even remember what kind of plane it was, but he ripped off his wing and he managed to get
A-10
it.
possibly.
I thought it was a fighter, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. There was an A-10 guy who got shot at with SAM, I believe, and then
Yeah.
he landed with half of his wing left because he couldn't see it because there was so much
Oh, that's
smoke
you know what?
coming
That's the exact story. It must have been an A-10 then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The A-10 is a tank in there.
Yeah. Well, this was a great session. Thanks very much, Monkey.
Yeah, it was fun helping.
Yeah.
And just send a message or something if you're having
I
problems.
will. Yeah, I will. Yeah. So we have the rocks kill on the Su-30 after not letting him kill me for whatever it was, 10 minutes. It felt like 15 minutes, but I'm sure it was probably only 5. And we have the we have the blowing myself up with GBU 12s at like
Classicer.
at like 8,000 feet. I'll do the shutdown just for the stream, but that'll be it. Point it right at the tower here. Just park it right here. Okay. Now the question is if I can actually get these controls to work. Come on. There we go. Park brake on. Oh, I guess the anti-skid must have turned itself on. I don't remember doing that.
It usually is on.
Yeah, I just the first mission I took off from the carrier, so it was off.
Yeah, then you don't have it on.
Yeah. But then, of course, I reloaded, so...
Couple times.
Yeah, a couple times. So we might as well fold the wings. Disarm the seats.
You wouldn't do that on the ground, I believe.
I know. Radar off. INS off. OBOG's off.
And you usually unarm the seat just after you touch down. Yeah. Once
you know, with my driving, I might need it, so I left it on.
Yeah. Good points.
Yeah. Open up the canopy.
Yeah, make sure to unarm the canopy by pressing that canopy lever thingy.
Canopy lever thingy.
Yeah, you have it on the left, I believe.
On the left? What lever is that? Oh, this.
That would be
the canopy jettison?
Yeah.
I never touched that.
You know,
oh.
You have to unarm it.
You're trying to make me blow my canopy off. Well, fair enough. Sure, why not? Except I think I have to, like, grab it first.
That is a good way to unarm it then.
That's true, that is true.
It's not armed anymore.
Oh, boom, there it goes. Whee! And right through my tail. Nice. I think maintenance will have something to say about that. Alright, shutter down, fuel off. And then I think they drop the flaps all the way, do they not? Or maybe they do that before they shut it down. Oh well. They'll fall out with no hydraulics. Alright, battery off. And there we go. Nice. Well, again, thank you very much, man. It's fun.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm hopefully planning on doing this stream thing on Sundays for at least a couple weeks. But it's pretty sporadic when I'm able to be on, so I'd have to play it by ear. But yeah, I appreciate the help, and maybe next time if we can plan for it, you can hop in and I can dogfight you.
Yeah, make sure you download the open beta.
I will. Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, I will for sure. I didn't realize that was kind of the main thing. Have you tried refueling? I haven't tried air-to-air refueling yet, Gav. That's probably something for next time as well.
I can definitely help you with some tips there too.
Yeah, cool. I've been kind of scared of it, to be honest. So, yeah, awesome. I will end the stream there, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I'll just leave then. Goodbye.
See you later.